Hello, Africa. Hello, the rest of the world. This is your boy, Dr. 96, aka The Realist. I'm using this opportunity to advise the wife of Nigerian presidents in person of Aisha Buhari. Aisha Buhari was everywhere during the campaign for her husband's second term in office. She was persuading Nigerian women to kindly and wholeheartedly vote for the return of his husband, for the return of her husband to the highest position in Nigeria. To me, I say that Aisha's strategy was nothing short of a scammer because it is only a scammer and fraudsters that deceive people and give them empty promises in order to take undue advantage of them. Aisha came out publicly to inform Nigerians that the office of her husband has been hijacked by two men, which she never disclosed. What she was saying, in essence, was that Buhari was no longer in control of the office of presidency. He said these two men are the one controlling and ruling Nigeria in disguise. So she practically encouraged all Nigerians to stand up and take Nigeria back from these two alien people, which she refused to disclose. In fact, she said Nigerian men in particular, their population is more than that of the two people who are ruling Nigeria the way they like. Now, a lot of people have sympathy for her. They believe she is a patriotic Nigerian. They believe she's a good mother of the nation by coming out to expose the secrets in Aso Rock. This made a lot of Nigerians to have a soft spot for her by voting for her husband to return to the office. But since Buhari has been re-elected, Aisha has chosen to take a dormant position. She has refused to comment on the impunity and the undemocratic means by which her husband has been ruling Nigerian people. She has been saying nothing about the tyrannical approach of government which Buhari is adopting right now. She has refused to comment on Buhari alliance to his ethnic group. I believe in life, what goes around comes around. Buhari is old. Buhari is not going to be there forever. So Aisha should think of her own children. She should think of her own position tomorrow when Buhari is no longer there. Whether Buhari likes it or not, Buhari will definitely vacate the office at the end of his second 4 years tenure. Then, how will Nigerians see Aisha and her children? What respect will they have for her and her children and her generation yet unborn? I want Aisha to take a cue from the likes of late junta Sani Abacha. Today, at the mention of Abacha's name, no Nigerians of this generation want to hear about Abacha, though the family of Abacha might be currently enjoying the looted wealth from Nigerians' treasure, but they don't have respect, they don't have regard. People see them as the enemy of the nation. Another close example is General Babangida. He was known to be Maradona. He believed in a stylish way of governance. He was dribbling Nigeria then. But today, he's paying back for his sin because of posterity, because of nemesis. I'm using this medium and this very wonderful opportunity to encourage Aisha Buhari to advise her husband because he is the major stakeholder in whatever legacy Buhari leaves. She is going to be the direct beneficiary of Buhari action and inaction tomorrow. So let Nigerians see you as a true mother of the nation. The same energy, the same zeal, the same figure by which you are approaching Nigerians, most especially the women, to consider your husband for the second tenure. Please continue on that same energy platform. Do what is needful, do what is right. Encourage your husband. Don't allow people to use your husband to leave a negative legacy behind, which might be a detrimental factor for you and your immediate family member to seek any public office tomorrow. This is just a piece of advice. It's not compulsory that you should take it. Don't be power tussle. Power doesn't last long. Nigeria as a country has had many ex-presidents, but today history is only remembering them for either the good or the bad they did. So one day Buhari will be out of office. What will be the fate of Buhari's family? So this deserve much thoughts by you, Aisha, and the children of the Mr. President too. Advise Buhari to do what is needful. He should stop the tyrannical approach of his governance. He should stop intimidating and oppressing people who are not aligned with his policies. The beauty of democracy is freedom of speech, freedom of association, freedom to express dissatisfaction for the failure of the government. Peaceful social protest should not be seen as an instrument to hijack power. Oppressing Nigeria, just like the way of military era, is nothing short of a downfall for him. You can only oppress people for a while. It will get to a stage when people will no longer take oppression, when people will be ready to cross the line and face whatever consequences that might be result from their action. So Buhari, do what is needful. Aisha, please encourage your husband because of posterity. The Bible and the Quran, which are the manuals for religions, the most two popular religions in Nigeria, Christianity and Islam. The two books made us to understand that the sin of a man shall be visited from the first generation to the fourth generation. So Buhari should learn from those who are reaping the consequence of Buhari should learn from those who are reaping from the consequences of their negative action. People who betrayed Nigeria in the past and today they are paying dearly for it. They should learn that power is nothing when your people are dying. Power is nothing when your people are hungry. Power is nothing when your people could not boast of basic infrastructures. When power is nothing when your people are still dying of common malaria diseases. So this is just my own public opinion, and I want the Mr. President to do what is needful, to do what is just. You are not the president of the Northerners alone. You are the president of the 6 geopolitical zones of Nigeria. So you should listen to Nigerians. The best thing a democratic elected government can do is to listen to criticism of people, because in criticism, government learn of its mistakes and its shortcomings and try to improve on them in order to make everybody to be at peace with him. So APC chieftains, APC leaders, they should do what is right. The extent of killings in Nigeria is getting out of hand, and that is the reason a lot of Nigerians are now demanding for secession, because they say if consolidation is not yielding a positive result, then confrontation is inevitable. What Showore is agitating for is peaceful revolution, social revolution, intellectually based revolution, arm-free revolution. So Showore has acted within his capacity as a Nigerian citizen to agitate, to demand for good governance. So his fundamental right to freedom should not be taken away from him for him speaking out. He used the word revolution. Revolution today is no longer, revolution as a word today does no longer connote a negative meaning as it is being done in the past. Before the modern day civilization, revolution seems to be an act of war, an act of rebel. But today, revolution means an improved way of doing things. There are institutional revolution, there are systematic revolution, there are educational revolution. The word revolution today simply means a different approach to achieve the set goals and the desire of a particular target, so that there will be a conspicuous and a glaring improvement. So revolution today means a way of improving the status quo, a way of moving from analog approach of governance to a digital approach of governance. So revolution being declared by Showore has never in any way meant to hijack power from you. And by virtue of democracy, democracy means government of the people, by the people, and for the people. The people are the major stakeholders in democracy. And if democracy connotes freedom of speech and freedom of association, as long as this freedom is not exercised in such a way that will cause harm or injury or at the detrimental of other citizens, Shawara is not compelling any Nigerian, it's not forcing any Nigerian to join in the social and arm-free revolution. It is a question of choice. It is left for those who share his ideology, who share his view, who believe in his strategy, who believe in his vision to follow him. So Nigerians have right to form an alliance, to associate with any group that they deem fit, as long as the set objective of such group is for the national development and national improvement and for the economic viability of the country. So, Aisha Buhari, please, for the sake of tomorrow, for the sake of posterity, and for being the major stakeholder in whatever action Buhari perpetrates today, please advise your husband positively. This is just my opinion. My name is Dr. 96, aka the realist. The most important thing and the most beautiful thing in life is to be real. Be real to yourself, be justified, be sincere. The Bible says, even the Quran recognizes the same thing, that righteousness exalts a nation is only in truth and in sincerity and in harmony and love that a nation can be developed. And it is only the leaders at the end of affairs that could galvanize, that could unite Nigerians. And how do they achieve this? By ensuring that they are not leaning toward a particular ethnic group or cultural group. Buhari said in his inaugural statement during his first tenure that it's for everybody and it's for nobody. Everybody appreciated this statement because they have seen him as government, they have seen him as the president of all Nigerians. But today, people are having a diverse opinion. People are having a contrary opinion about his statements because it seems there is no conformity between Buhari's statements about 4 years ago and his true action today. This is my opinion. My name is Dr. 96, aka the realist. Let us make Nigeria to be great. In unity we stand. Let us try to uphold the unity of Nigeria. Let us do what is needful. Let us do what is right for the sake of the present generation and the generation yet unborn. Let us make Nigeria great together. Bless you all.